a while since we've made a Tacoma video.
Yes.
And we thought we'd pick the coldest, windiest, snowiest day possible to do that.
But it'll be pretty.
But the topic we picked is one that's near and dear to us.
Yeah, probably the conversation I have the most with my friends and with clients is, how do I figure out where in Tacoma is the right place for me? Like what neighborhood, what house, like how do I figure this out?
So you've decided you're either moving, you've been told you're going to relocate. How do you narrow down? And when we're talking about Tacoma, we're actually usually talking about Pierce County.
Or as I like to call it, the greater Tacoma area.
Which encompasses a lot of different neighborhoods beyond just Tacoma.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about some questions to ask, ways to narrow down where you might want to live. So the thing that the Pierce County neighborhoods have in common is the connection to the water and the mountain. Pretty much wherever you're at, you're going to get a bit of either. But after that, that's where the similarities end, right?
Yeah, there's a big variety within Pierce County of homes, of neighborhoods. So what I usually like to start by asking people is, when you think of living in your home, like what is it that you want? Do you want to be able to get up and walk to the coffee shop and the grocery store? Or are you interested in having a house where you can't see your neighbor and you don't mind driving 30 minutes to get to things? Like this county offers the whole spectrum, and that combined with your budget is probably going to determine where you end up more than anything.
So let's talk about what it actually costs to live in Pierce County.
Right, so right now, the Pierce County median home price is right around $500,000. In Tacoma, it's a little bit less, probably $450-ish, but it's important to recognize that compared to Seattle, our neighbors to the north, they're paying $750,000, $800,000 median for a house. So we are comparatively very affordable. A lot of the folks that we have moving here are coming from King County.
And other expensive metros.
Right, so there are, of course, opportunities to get something for less, but it's important to recognize where the baseline price is right now.
So after you've narrowed down your budget, next thing you may want to consider is your commute, because this area, just like other West Coast metros, is increasingly having traffic issues. So whether you're going to JBLM, you're commuting north to Seattle, you're staying here and working in our hospitals, there's lots of factors to consider. So add that on to you've got commute, you've got budget, and then you've got to figure out lifestyle and the type of home that you want to live in.
Exactly.
So after you've narrowed down some areas based on your commute, your budget, what else might you be looking at?
I think one of the biggest things is people have an idea in their head of what kind of house they want to live in. For some people, that's historic. For some people, it's new construction. And what we know as local experts is that that's going to dictate probably more than you realize the neighborhood that you end up in. Because in all of the city of Tacoma, we have almost no new construction homes. It is a city of historic neighborhoods.
We have beautiful Tudors, Craftsmen, but not really the place to get your, you'd go over here maybe.
To Northeast Tacoma.
Or Puyallup, or Sumner.
Or Gig Harbor.
Yeah.
Those are places that have lots of planned new construction communities that have been built over the last 10, 20 years, right? And so that in itself, if you tell your realtor, what I want is a new construction house on a cul-de-sac and price is an issue, that's gonna really help us zero in on some spots. Or if you're like, oh no, I need a water view and new construction.
Maybe down to Point Ruston.
Exactly, so this is gonna help us a lot more than something like, I just want a safe neighborhood.